Let me ask you, if you wanted to lose like 10 pounds in a couple of months, what do you think you would have to do? Let me guess. You're going to tell me that you got to starve yourself. You got to do a couple hours of cardio each day. You basically got to make your life a living hell or go on Ozempic. I'm here to tell you that I was able to lose 10 pounds without doing any of that stuff. I was actually able to do it by making 3 simple changes to what I was currently doing. And I'm gonna show you the exact blueprint that I took that had me lose 10 pounds without starvation, without running myself into the ground, and without making my life a living hell. Let's talk about it. What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Coach Achidi, and here I am all about teaching you that there is a better way to getting healthy that doesn't involve starving yourself, crazy diets, spending hours in the gym, or basically making your life a living hell. So if that interests you, not only should you subscribe to the channel, you know it's free to do that, but also head to the channel description and join my inner circle community. Right now, membership is free, and I am teaching all of my members the exact strategies that it takes to lose weight and keep it off for good. The first thing I had to do was start taking inventory of just what the hell was I actually eating. Because I wasn't about to go on a restrictive diet and make my life miserable. I simply just needed to track what I was doing, look at the info, and make adjustments from there. And that's the same route you should take so that you can be successful with your weight loss without going on a restrictive diet and making your life suck. What helped me was using an AI food tracking app that was picture-based. So I didn't have to weigh anything. I didn't have to type in anything. I simply snapped photos and got a breakdown of what I was about to put into my body. You could either download a similar app, or even more simple is to just use your camera phone and take the photos, and I'll give you a breakdown of what your plate should look like in just a moment. Once I started taking photos of my food, I realized I was overeating on carbs like rice, pasta, and potatoes at both lunch and dinner. I was also under-eating on high fiber foods like vegetables, beans, whole grains, those kinds of things. And then lastly, my nighttime snacking was out of control. Granted, it was with cashews, which could be considered a healthy fat. If you're eating almost 1,000 to 2,000 extra calories each night, the healthy fat part doesn't matter because you're still overeating. Is start taking photos of your food and matching them up to this diagram. When we first look at the diagram, you're going to notice the biggest section on the plate is the high fiber food section. Your vegetables, your fruits, your whole grains, and your beans will help you stay full at a very low cost in calories. The next biggest region on the plate is your protein. Using your palm, you want to make sure that you have at least a palm-sized serving of protein or a little bit more, because this is also going to give you lasting energy, and it's going to help you feel full and satisfied for longer. The smallest portion on your plate is what's going to be your fun foods, your carbs and your fats. So your rice, your potatoes, your pastas, along with the dressings, the sauces, the butter, the whatever. The things that are the tastiest, which are often the hardest to control, you only need a small amount of them, and they should be eaten towards the last part of your meal. So use that diagram that I put up just a moment ago. Make sure every time you snap photos of your food, you're slowly adjusting your plate so it matches that. You start off this way, you don't go on a diet, you're slowly eating more high fiber foods and protein and eating less carbs and fat, and you will start weighing less on the scale. Trust me, it worked for me, it'll work for you. Now let's talk about activity, because I didn't need to train more, I just needed to get more active. I'm not about to start doing 2-a-day workouts or hours of cardio because I got other things I need to do. But what I did decide to make a change on was how many steps I was getting. We all have step counters on our phone. Many of us wear them on our wrist, but we have ways of seeing how many steps we take each day. So I opened mine up and I saw that I was averaging about 10,000 steps a day. That's good. And now what I wanted to do was increase it from 10,000 to about 20% more. So I was aiming for 12,000 steps. That's all that I needed to do to increase my daily activity without doing more workouts. And I got these steps by walking before meals, using some of my break time to go for a walk, doing a few more chores around the house that didn't have me sitting down to do them. But bottom line is, I used the step tracker that I had available to me, and I went about 20% higher than what my current average was. Use either the step tracker on your phone, or if you're wearing one like I am, look at what your current average is and bump it up by about 20%. As a baseline, you need to be at least hitting 8,000 to 10,000 steps a day. So if you're below that, that is where you want to get to. And if you're already within that region, you should go above that by about 20% of what you're currently doing. That is not hard to do. That is getting up and being more intentional, like parking further away, taking the stairs, playing with your kids, taking phone calls while walking. There are a lot of ways to increase your step count without going crazy. So push yourself to get a little bit more active, and you'll see the scale go down. Lastly, I needed to see progress even when the scale wasn't moving, and this is why taking progress photos was hugely beneficial to me being successful. We've all had those weeks where we get on the scale and it doesn't budge and we're like, I guess it doesn't work. This is where progress photos really come in, as they will give you a full scope of what you look like throughout this process, because what you look like matters more than the scale. The world sees you for what you are, not what you weigh. So even though the scale might not budge, your body can most certainly change. You can start losing inches around your arms, your chest, your waist, and your hips, while at the same time putting on muscle. And the scale's just gonna look like nothing changed, but your body's gonna look very different. This is why every Friday morning, not only would I weigh myself, but I would take photos, and I'll show you what some look like from the front, from the sides, and from the back. And each and every week I would look at the trends of how my body is changing, in addition to what changes happen on the scale, if there were some weeks there weren't any. And this allowed me to stay more rooted in reality to what was going on and what was working and what needed to be adjusted. Relying on just the scale, while it is convenient, is an incomplete picture of what's going on. And we can all become deluded into thinking that because the scale didn't move, nothing is working, so we should give up. That's not how it works. Use the scale as one piece of information and progress photos as another. And if you want to triple down on it, start using measuring tape around your upper arms, your chest, your waist, your hips, and your thighs. You add those to your weigh-ins and your progress photos, and you'll see everything under the sun that is happening each and every week, because it's all about the trends that are happening, not the absolute numbers. So to recap on how I lost 10 pounds in 2 months, here are the simple steps. Step 1, track your food using photos and adjust it so your plate matches this plate diagram. We need more high fiber foods and protein, and we need less fat and carbs. The second step, we gotta increase our activity through our step count. So use either a tracking device on your wrist or the one that is included in your phone and make your steps count. Whatever your current average is, increase it by about 20%, and there's how you increase your activity without going to the gym, killing yourself with cardio, and making yourself miserable. And the third step is we need more ways of measuring progress than just the scale. So progress photos are crucial for this, and as a bonus, measuring tape around your chest, your arms, your waist, your hips, and your thighs will also give you a full picture on how things are going, so you can track your momentum and get to that place that you want to get to without turning your life upside down. I hope you found all these tips helpful. Put any questions you have down below. And if you want more guidance and structure and accountability with losing weight and keeping it off, join my Inner Circle online community right now. Membership is free, and that is where I'm providing all the best coaching, advice, and resources to all of my members. The link is in the channel description and in the video description. I look forward to seeing you on the inside. I appreciate you for sticking around to the end of the video. I have another one popping up on the screen right now that I promise you is going to help you lose weight, keep it off, and do it in a simple and sustainable way. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you next time.